Increased concerns over national security. For more, let's welcome in Texas Congressman Pat Fallon. Congressman, welcome back to Wake Up America, sir.
Thank you. Good morning. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing great. Congressman, the southern border crisis, though, it continues to run rampant. CBP figures showing a miserable July, reporting nearly 200,000 illegal crossings last month. However, Alejandro Mayorkas says that the border is closed. How much longer can this be ignored?
Alejandro Mayorkas, the Homeland Security Director for Joe Biden, also said when he testified in front of a Homeland Security Committee hearing last year that the border was secure. And then he was caught on a hot mic about 6 weeks later or so saying that the border's chaos. So which is it? Because this is now, Joe Biden's been in office 600 days. He's never visited the southern border. In April, it was the worst month we've ever had, 234 illegal border crossings, which was 1,258% higher than the last April President Trump was in office. And then in May, it was almost 240,000, so even worse, and 930% worse than the last May that President Trump was in office. And as you just said, it was just about 200,000 illegal border crossings in July. So approximately 1 million people have crossed the border in the last 4 months under Joe Biden's watch, particularly when you include the known gotaways. It's over 1 million. And he's done nothing. This is a gross dereliction of duty. And we need to talk about impeaching Mayorkas ASAP.
Yeah, you watch the media, Congressman, and this story pretty much is a dead story. I mean, we cover it here on Newsmax and some other outlets, but it comes down to maybe the media asking the Biden administration what they're doing, because he seems to be doing nothing. What do you think it's going to take to change things around here?
Well, he's doing nothing, and you all are reporting it because you're truth tellers. And the mainstream media is just ignoring it. Folks thought it was bad about March of last year, and they thought the problem went away. It's actually gotten much worse. And what it's going to take is not a red wave, but a red tsunami come November, because Joe Biden just keeps continuing to take a left turn and just appeasing his left-wing base and leaving us all, really, it's a more dangerous country. We lost 107,000 Americans to drug overdoses, opioid overdoses last year, 80,000 just to fentanyl.
Yeah, it's a scary thought. We talk to people all the time who are, covering the border, and the amount of drugs that are coming in, it's overwhelming. I do want to move on to the economy, though. So the newly minted Inflation Reduction Act, that's what Joe Biden is calling it. It's set to raise taxes on Americans. The administration says, no. If you make, under $400,000, we're not going to raise taxes. But that doesn't seem to be the case, is it?
No, it doesn't. He's broken his promise. There's going to be $17 billion just next year in new taxes that will target folks that make under $200,000 a year or less. So that's a shattered, not even a broken promise, Allison, but a shattered promise. And we're looking at Joe Biden's economy with an 8.5% inflation. And I think it's much higher than that. That's what they're reporting. It's a 40-year high. But let's look at the things that we absolutely need to buy, right? Gasoline is up 44%. Airline tickets are up 28%. Butter's up 26%. Eggs 38%. Coffee 20%. Flour 22%, et cetera. All these things are in double digits.
Yeah, you're right. Everything's going up. Rent is going up. I mean, everything for Americans to buy. But now there's a lot of money, though, Congressman, for new IRS agents, because now 87,000 new agents will have a job. But of course, there's a concern, right, that a lot of people, everyday Americans, could potentially get audited. The White House says no again, don't have to worry about it. But there was a GOP audit that found most of the new audits, sir, will be on people who make less than $60,000 a year. A lot of these folks, small business owners.
I mean, that's a bill of goods to sell. Joe Biden wants to hire 87,000 new IRS agents. First of all, I think we should be hiring 87,000 new Border Patrol agents. But we just had a town hall, several town halls. There were about 1,200 great Americans that showed up. Now, one person raised their hand when asked, how many of you want to hire 87,000 new IRS agents? Nobody wants that, because of course they're going to come after us. Law-abiding citizens are going to get harassed by an IRS that apparently that's going to be armed as well, which is terribly egregious.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, a lot to talk about. We really appreciate you coming on the show today. Congressman Pat Fallon, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. God bless.
Same to you. And a quick programming note as we head to the break. Be sure to stick with Newsmax throughout the morning. Pennsylvania